First of all, I want you to start doing more affirmations. I don't know if you are currently or not. Start
I
doing
do, but I should
affirmations.
do more. Yeah.
Yes. So for example, I can show you that this is example, I put a couple pages per day. I write it out. Some people like to do it in front of the mirror, and you should do that with your scripts. But, just certain things like I'm a great salesperson. I'm a great
Yep.
listing agent. I'm a great real estate agent. And then the other thing I can mention is, are you working today?
Working like real estate wise,
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been making calls
Okay.
earlier.
So can
I'm
I
gonna
make one
continue
more
that.
recommendation?
Sure.
Suit up.
Yeah,
You know,
I know that's another thing. Yep. If yeah, I heard that as well. That's a good idea actually.
yeah, man. Like I'm telling you, when I was newer, part of it is my confidence was not 100%. So one thing I did to compensate more for that is that I wanted to make sure that I looked the part, and so I wore, like as you can see, I got a vest and just a collared shirt. But when I was getting started, every single day it was suit and tie, every single
That's a
day.
good idea.
Especially even if, and especially if all you're doing all day is cold calling. If you're not leaving the house, it's super important because it puts you in that mind frame of, first of all, I'm a professional. Second of all, I'm at work. And third of all, I have things that I need to get done while I'm at work, even though you're working from a home office. And so
Yeah.
that would for sure be a recommendation that I would give you. And then, anytime you go to a networking event or you see people that
Yeah.
that definitely, has an effect. And so, especially if you've got a part-time and a full-time thing, or at least try to find a happy medium,
Yep.
because before I got into real estate, I'm telling you right now, I literally had, 12 shirts, and they were all solid colored t-shirts, different colors from Walmart. And I had jeans and skate shoes. That was literally my entire wardrobe before real estate. So I couldn't exactly go on appointments and expect people to take me seriously.
Exactly.
And so when I wore a suit, I felt nervous and sweating just wearing a suit because I felt so a fish out of water, so to speak. But what happened is that it starts to get your thinking in that process of, this is what I do, this is who I am. And there is a happy medium there. But my point is that I say, that's one way that you can compensate, make a good first impression, especially if you're going on a listing appointment and all that kind of stuff. But
that's actually a good idea, because the whole suit sweating, because once I got into real estate, it was the same thing. I had a few suits, but not many, and I had some shirts, but over the years I kind of like gained weight and then working out and stuff. It was just like my shirt's tight, so I had to just keep shopping. And now I got a bunch of suits now, but of course I don't wear a lot of them now. I don't wear it a lot because I'm not really going on many appointments. But when I do, the same thing. I get nervous and I sweat, and it makes sense. If I wore a suit more often,
I'm telling you, man, if the days that you don't have work, you should at least be 8 until 5, whatever, 9 to 5, in a suit at the home office.
Okay.
And if your family comes and sees you in your suit, be like, I'm working.
Yeah, exactly. No,
and it's good. Your voice is gonna, and stand up when you're making your calls. Your voice is gonna come out better when you're doing this, and you will take yourself more seriously.
Yeah.
And you may or may not wear the tie, but definitely it'll make its impression. So that's
actually a good idea with the whole standing up thing too. I used to be years ago. I actually I was part of Jordan Belfort's where he worked at Stratton Oakmont in the city, and we would train to you had to stand up when you were making phone calls. If you were sitting down, they would be in your face and so, what are you doing?
So do you have a lot of cold calling experience?
From years ago, I did. So I was I was a telemarketer when I was a teenager for years.
Perfect.
Then after that, I was a stockbroker trainee for a little while, and then I was gonna get my Series 7 or whatnot. I had my books, and what I did was I ended up joining the Army instead. And I look back, and a lot of those guys I was with, that I worked with, a lot of them, they were at Stratton Oakmont. So a lot of them got in trouble for this and that because they went the wrong way, but.
Okay.